So now you can focus on some good fall cooking as well.
Yes, for many that means apple food, apple cider, cooking apples, anything using apples.
And this morning, Joel Nichols is in the kitchen with someone who can help us with that. Maybe apple pie?
Maybe a little bit of everything. Pam Sheehan from Cider Hill Family Orchard knows all there is to know about apples. Thanks for being here so early.
Thank you.
So take us through the apple tour here. What are we looking at and what's good for what?
So there's two different categories for picking your apples. There are hundreds of varieties out there, but the best way to determine is you need to find either a tender or a crisp apple.
Okay.
And in that category, there's also your tart and your sweet. This one has a tart and the sweet, just in the crisp and also in the tender. So when you're picking your apple and you go to the grocery store, all those 50 or 60 different varieties, you want to try to pick ones that have a sweet and a sour taste to them,
right,
especially when you're cooking or baking, because you get both varieties. It helps your taste buds out.
Sure.
But when you're picking, my trick to figure out which one's the best one is that my grandma taught me that if you take an apple and you put it in the microwave for just a couple minutes,
right,
and then you press on it, you can see this one's pretty tender.
That one's smushy, yeah.
This one's holding up a little bit better. It's
right,
not too smashed. So these apples will tell me if I'm going to bake it, it's going to hold up. It's not going to fall apart.
So for baking, you want the one that's kind of holding up a
firm,
little.
yeah. You want the crisp or firm apple. If you want a juice or if you want to do a cider or even apple butter, apple sauce, those kinds of things for the kids, you want something that's a little bit more tender.
That's really good to know. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about these wonderful dishes that Pam has created. And don't forget, coming up, Christmas at the Orchard, November 18th and 19th. That's going to be here before you know it. So there you go. Grandma knows best. You just figure out based on what's soft and smushy or what's firm and all of that good stuff.
Learn something
Now
new.
you know.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Thank you, Joel.